I have your attention, please. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Woohoo! Hope everybody is excited, yeah, boy. It is a good day. It is a good day for sure. Things are going very well indeed. I just realized I'm missing my old background on there. Is this my old one? Let's all look. Have we got that? Yeah, I think. No, I don't know if that's the one either. But that's it's looking all right. Let's have a look. Let's go back in another background. Let's try another one here. But crazy. Is this one? Is this my background? I don't know. Is that my background? I don't know. Is that it? Are we in space? We are in space today. Let's have a little bit of space. We're going to change it around, but here I am in space because we're heading towards the moon, guys. Heading towards the moon on PulseChain. It's going to be pretty awesome. Hey, welcome everybody. DG and Hex in the house there. Woo! 5555. Hex is getting all the love today. And what I've been saying the last couple of days, I said Hex is on ready for the move up, multi-day move. Remember that? So we're going to go through the chart there. Crazy. Today, of course, one of the Magnificent Seven, Sun Mini Meal, a big whale sold it down and switched into Hex. So, lots of games going on over there with the Sun Mini Meal. Wolfgang, the CEO, did do an update today. Haven't watched the whole thing yet, but once I do, I'll give a breakdown of that. But hey, look, whales can do what whales do, right? And you can't control that. So we're going to have a check that out. But Hex is the one. Hex is the chosen one. And of course, 555. It's on the move at the moment. Markets go up and down. When someone sells out of one token, it's an opportunity for others to buy it, right? So we're going to check out that on the Sol Sun Mini Mill Wick, of course, one of Magnificent Seven. Now, that is a longer-term investment, so, short-term things are going to happen with any chart, just like Hex went down, 99%. It's just the way it goes. But now Hex is on the ascendancy. And, of course, we're going to talk about that today. PulseChain Sacrifice back to break-even. We're going to get into that. That's a mega huge for PulseChain. Obviously, Richard Hart defeated the SEC. The SEC cloud is gone. Blue skies are opening up as the dark clouds of SEC have been rocked into the netherland. So it's going to be pretty cool. And, of course, PulseChain Mega Rally is ahead. I think you guys can see it. You guys can feel it. The asset basing there of the PulseChain Sacrifice Reserve, of course, sitting at number 4. We're going to go through all the details today. Yeah, boy! It's going to be a lot of fun. We've got Frank White in house there. Bang, bang, Pulse Gang. Big shout out to Frank White. If you haven't checked out PulseStart, of course, with the whole PulseChain ecosystem, check out Frank White. He's got a fantastic ecosystem map of all those protocols and more being added by the day. We've got Sean O'Malley in the house there. Morning all. I do love a green weekend. Go time on ETH and PulseChain. Absolutely, Sean. Big shout out there. And, just looking good. ETH there, of course, breaking back up. The 3750, basically towards where the break-even number is for the PulseChain Sacrifice. Pretty awesome stuff. We've got Q-Baller in house there. Morning all. Nice green candles start the week. Absolutely, Q-Baller. A great place to be, right? Great place to be. We've got Brian in house there. What's up, folks? Brian, I'm super excited. I think you can hear it in my voice. It is so good, guys. It was so good. We got Hedgehog in house there. Woohoo! Get excited for sure. That is the link. If you want to share the show on X, only takes 1 second to hit that repost button. Really does do well. Pump your own bags. Get the audience bigger and bigger. I can see the audience climbing at the moment. We are streaming on 3 YouTube channels and, of course, on X. So that's a pretty cool audience. And a big shout out to PulseChain X over on YouTube. Been growing nicely over there and been enjoying all the new people. Get into the comments if you're over on PulseChain X as well. And let us know. I can see my command and control center here. Command and control center. Yeah, boy. We're having a good time. So bring out the magical twinkle. Yep. We got Only Crypto says, hey, legends, good times ahead. Absolutely good times ahead. Spread the word. Tell your friends. Tell them to get in. We're going to be dropping the house. We got Tom Lee today. We're going to talk to Tom Lee from Fundstrat. So I hope you guys enjoy that little bit of segment. We got Richie Robinson says, let's go, Superman. Absolutely, let's go, Richie. Woohoo, let's go. Super with the fresh cut. Yeah, I've had my hair cut finally. I look so bad with my hair getting longer there. It was hilarious, but, back to the short cut and sides. Super with the fresh cut. That is the way we go. Fresh cut indeed. A big shout there, Brennan. Wookie in the house as well. Eth is shining. Also, Wookie has renamed his lightsaber Eth. Absolutely, Wookie. Big shout there. Number one, says Frank. Number one. PTC to the moon, says Aiden Crypto. Yeah, PTC going to be one of the rock stars, right, on the old PulseChain. It's definitely going to be a rock star there. And we got Diamond Hand as well. When Dance Moves, says Diamond Hand. When Dance Moves. Kermit the Frog dance moves, maybe. Kermit the Frog dance moves. All right, so let's move on, shall we? Let's move on into the show and get out there. Don't forget to repost the show. It really does help a lot there. And let's ramp it up. Now, I'm going to go into... we're going to kick it off with... actually, we're going to not go straight into that, actually. Let's push that out. Let's take that over there, and let's go into the crypto market and break that down, shall we? Let's do that. All right, so I had to pop myself back up there as well. Here we are in space because we're off to the moon, guys. We're off to the moon. Yeah, boy. Get excited. All right, so the crypto market cap is at $3.96 trillion. We are going to be re-rated to gold, right? So expect that in the future to be like 20, 30 trillion at least on the old crypto. We're down 2.8% at the moment. We've got Bitcoin at the moment looking pretty. Actually, let me zoom in on this, all right? It looks needs a little bit of zooming. It's too much zooming. So we're at 117,000 for Bitcoin, down 0.5%. But Ethereum is the star today. And, of course, this is a teaser of altcoin season, right? And, of course, we had the biggest thing we could possibly have spur this on, which is the Genius Act, of course, expecting to have trillions of dollars of US-backed stablecoins coming into crypto. In particular, Ethereum should be a key beneficiary of that with Circle and Tether, and of course with the smart contracts combination. This is ushering in not only the US-backed stablecoins and crypto, basically backing crypto, but we're going to get the multiplier effect of all those stablecoins as well, and circulating effects from all those stablecoins. That is mega big deal. We're also going to have a run from CeFi into basically crypto. So TradeFi is coming into crypto. CeFi is going to expand. Of course, this is going to mean a more bigger boom for DeFi. It is game on, folks. It is game on. And you guys here at the right time, at the right place in history. And you could have been born back with the Romans. You could have been Julius Caesar. You too, Brutus, and that knife going in. But you're not. You're here right now. And you're getting to enjoy this too. All right, so kind of cool. We got XRP at the moment. So yeah, Ethereum's up 4.6% at $3,756, which is around the break-even price for PulseChain Sacrifice, or PulseChain Strategic Reserve, as I like to really call it now. We got XRP up 0.9% at $3.45. We got BNB up 3.4% at $757. And then we've got Solana at number 6 up 2.5%, $181. And then we've got Doge at number 8 up 12.9% at 27 cents. We've got Lido, of course, sitting at number 9, up 4.4 with Ethereum. And then we've got Cardano or ADA back in the top 10. ADA is back in the top 10, guys. So we've got a flipping going on here. We've had some musical chairs at the top end of the top 10. But here we are back up 3.3% at 85 cents. ADA is at number 10. Charles Hodgkinson will be very, very happy about that. Unfortunately, Mr. Sun is down. Tron is down 1.2% at 31 cents and flipped out of the top 10 to number 11. So Tron is down, and yeah, it's just the way it goes, I think. Now, we've got Hyperliquid moving back up a little bit. I think it was at number 14, back to number 13 now, with Wrap Bitcoin dropping below to 14. So we've had a few little musical chairs here between number 9 and number 14. But it's just the way it goes. In terms of the best performer over the last 24 hours has been, of course, Doge, up 12.9%. At 27 cents there. Over the last week, the best performer has been Doge as well, up 37% for the week. So very nice double-digit gains there, followed not too far behind by Ethereum, up 26%. Those are our top 10 performers right now. Those are the majors, as we say. But, of course, we're looking for one day that PulseChain and all that will be in the majors, right? In the majors, maybe leading the majors. Who knows? Anything's possible. We got Bitcoin at the moment. Let's look at the best performer in the top 100. We've got Curve DAO sitting at number 98 into ranking. It is up 47%, so it's moved in the top 100 there. We've got Athena is at number 48, and it's at number 2 on the top spot there, 43%. Floki, the meme coin, at number 99, it's up 40%. And like I say, if you were going to be looking for one of the major meme coins, Floki's probably one of the candidates there because it's so high ranked, number 99. If it's 40%, it's only at $1.3 billion. If it gets a big run and a re-rate relative to, say, some of the top meme coins, this could give you a lot more extra returns, right? That relativity play. So we'll be looking out for things like that if you're in some of the majors. When I say majors, we're talking about maybe top 200-300 coins, generally speaking, although you can always, during a bull market, have coins that are much higher that may have a really good setup, either funding or concept, and get mass adoption, and then start, racing through, even from a couple of thousand spots above on the ranking all the way into, the top 100. So that, we might see something like that. We'll see. What else there? What else we got going? We got Diamond Hands, Win Dance Moves. We got High Stakes Hex. We made it, Superman. Tell me this doesn't feel like the beginning of our lives changing. I like that one, High Stakes Hex. Last chance to stock up. So many good days on the horizon. Yeah. Accumulate. It's for sure. We've got Strategy Club too. Yeah, if you haven't joined Strategy Club, I really highly suggest you do that. Only $35 a month. Fantastic value, guys. Get in there. You get a monthly report. You get top 10 index. You get regular updates virtually daily. And of course, we have strategy chat sessions as well. So it's well worth getting on there, folks. We've got a great bunch of people, TA people, people that have been around for a long time. So get in there on that one, Strategy Club. Join up today. Nice one there, Wookie. What else there? It's an easy win last night, Super, says Wookie. So well done to the Knights, the Newcastle Knights. Didn't they win? And you're saying the Warriors won as well? Were they both playing? I just thought it was the Knights, but maybe you're right. Maybe it was the Warriors as well, playing rugby league. That win was like selling the top, says Brennan. Selling the top. There we go. All right. Let's see. So yeah, Dogecoin there at number 8. And then Ethereum Classic at number 40 there, 34%. Ethereum Classic there is Richard Hart another whale in the Ethereum Classic? Probably is. Let's see. That's where we are. Let's go to top 1,000. We've got top gainers. We've got Conflux up 108%, Thawa up 100%, and Zora up 64%. Let's have a quick look at those and see where they are ranked. 108 on Conflux. So this might be one of those ones that really re-rates really strong, potentially. We'll see. And it is just coming off the bottom almost the last couple of days. It went from 9 cents, is now up at 22 cents. Nice little move on there. And what chain is that on? It's on the own chain, is it? Let's see. I think it might be its own network. Yep. So we've got Conflux there, network blockchain without barriers. So that is on the move. So that could be a real nice re-rate. Of course, we're looking forward to Jack Levin's X1 chain because that's going to be a first fork of Solana with all the bells and whistles. What sort of market cap will that do? That's a question mark there. Of course, Zen had a little bounce the other day. So we're going to see where that heads as well. All right, so let's jump out of here, and we're going to go back into Thawa. Thawa coin up 95%. That's ranked at number 764. Nice little move from 4200th of a penny, and it's now at 7800th of a penny there. Looking pretty good. That's on Ethereum chain. And, of course, I think we've checked out Thawa Finance before, so we're going to leave that one probably. And we're going to go to Zora as well, up 67%, number 684. And that recently has come off the bottom as well. Was down at 88 tenths of a cent. Is now up at 2 cents, almost 2 cents there, having a real run here. And that is on the, I think what chain is that, base chain or something. Let's go to Zora website. Don't always, what we got there? Got a bit of social media going on here. So you can check that out on the old Zora. And let's get to the wrap up here. So trending, we've got non-playable coin trending at the moment, Mantra trending, and Ethereum trending. Those are the trending coins on CoinGecko. So total market 3.96 trillion, down 2.8%, but that is based on 17,697 coins. The good news though today is Ethereum. It is up 4.5%. And I guess we have to say Doge is also up, also there. So not bad. Let's jump over to the Bitcoin chart. And this has been our good friend, hasn't it? The Bitcoin chart's been our good friend, and we were right onto it at the beginning, right? We got our information straight from the White House. We got it straight from the White House, and we knew what the strategy was of Trump's, and it's been playing out pretty well. Now, obviously, timing's always a little tricky. Definitely, some of the trade deals took a little bit longer. At least to be disclosed, but negotiations are in place. We had a big tax bill. That is a fundamental shift for the United States. and of course the part of the three-legged stool strategy. So that has played out very well. That is the tax part of things. The trade deal is heading towards the 1st of August. I suggest you will have most of the trade deals done by then, with maybe one or two remnants afterwards. That is looking pretty good. I see that Commerce Secretary Lucknick is talking about 2 weeks. So he's pretty confident about that. So the pressure's on for a lot of these other countries. Some of the top 10 we're talking about. So getting deals with Europe, with Japan, South Korea, these sort of countries, Canada. And of course, it looks like so there at the moment there's threats of tariffs on about 25% of the non-USMCA agreements that they've got. But Lucknick suggested today that in a year's time, that other 70% could be up for renewal as well in terms of renegotiating. So that's something interesting. That was something new out today around the trade deals there. But the other big thing that we've got going on is Saskatchewan and Alberta both meeting today, talking about succession and moving into basically moving into the 51st, 52nd state of the United States. That seems to be really on the table now. I'm very excited about that. I think that's going to be good for those states. You got to remember that Alberta has most of the minerals and resources and stuff like that. It's just chock full of it. It's being hamstringed by the globalists and in good old Ottawa. So let's see what happens there. Could be massive. Keep a look out. That's pretty awesome. So we're not just talking about the United States, but the greater United States potentially being formed. It could be pretty exciting there. And of course, that would be a bridge all the way through to Alaska, right? All the way through Alberta, Saskatchewan, and to Alaska. So if I remember my maps correctly, that could be one big giant highway, and of course opening up the ANWR oil and gas field at the top there into the America. Oh my gosh, it's a boom time. Like people don't understand. This is going to be absolutely outstanding. We already saw just a couple of weeks ago the second rare earths mine opening up in China. Sorry, not China, in America, aka China. We got that happening. It is game on. These are the foundations. So this is expected. So we get the first 6 months is to get the strategy in place. So the 1st of August. Regulations will be an ongoing thing. So we've already had some very good stuff. We obviously had the crypto week this week. We've got more stuff coming for crypto in August, September. So it's going to get even better. And of course, we're going to have lots of buying. So we're going to hear probably a bit more things about how buy with the Bitcoin stockpile and the crypto altcoin, as everything else like that. So it's going to be pretty exciting, guys. It's going to be pretty exciting. So that's kind of where we're at the moment. And looking at the Bitcoin itself, we've got the 200-day at 98,300. We've got the 50-day at 110,300. And it's game on. We are still riding up to the next level. And of course, we have had the recent high has been $123,231. We're currently at 116,800 on Bitcoin, but it's game on pretty much. And the 1st of August is coming up. This is going to be such a hyper re-rate of value in crypto as we lead into December. So this is December here. It's going to be such a high re-rate. We've got the 1st of August here. That's the deadline for a lot of these tariff deals. And then we move into the rest of August. We've got the interest rate cut pressure. This is the ultimate. I mean, I could see the markets, Bitcoin jumping like 20,000 in a day or something. Could be crazy. And of course, we've got that coming up here. Hey, look, if we get interest rate cut there, if we're not already at new all-time highs on Ethereum at 4,900, you remember the last recent local high was 4,100. And then we could just be there and beyond in that time frame. Pretty exciting. We're going to talk about that. So talking about that, let's get into let's go back into the view here. That is kind of the play. Let's have a quick look at the ETH price, of course. ETH had the recent golden cross, and I said it was going to be aggressive, and it has been. So let's have a quick look at that. Look at that. We had that golden cross. Look at that. You guys remember my green picture? It's already beaten my green picture there. Look at that. Woohoo! And of course, that is exciting. Look at that. Look at that. And we're at the strategic reserve. Look at that. Woohoo! Come on, guys. Get excited. That is fantastic. That golden cross there looking very juicy indeed. Look at the staircase here. Boom. Consolidate. Boom. Up there. Up we go. And it's going to get, this is nothing, guys. This is just laying the foundation or where we're heading. So we're going to listen to Tom Lee. And honestly, this Tom Lee stuff is going to blow your mind, guys. It's going to blow your mind. That's all I'm going to say. So let's play the Tom Lee video. It's going to blow your mind, this stuff here from Tom Lee. Now, many of you will know Tom Lee, one of the top market analysts and commentators in crypto. and in stock markets and crypto, and of course always on CNBC. This guy was the only guy out of the major commentators that called the S&P 500 correctly. I think it was last year. So this guy knows his stuff and is pretty well highly respected. So Tom Lee has gone the next level. He's gone further than just commenting, guys. It's going to be amazing. Let's listen to this. It's awesome.
So I think in the near term, our technical strategist Mark Newton thought we could be seeing 4,000 before the end of the month for Ethereum, but that's not where it peaks.
What's your price target for ETH as we head into the second half of the year?
Our price objectives at Fundstrat. So I wear a couple of hats. I'm the chairman of BitMine.
Let's stop on that for a moment. He's the chairman of BitMine, right? He's the chairman of BitMine. We're going to talk about that in a minute, but that is massive, guys. The chairman of BitMine. They just set this thing up, right? They just set this thing up. It is crazy. We're going to talk about that. It is unbelievable. So we're going to get that into next. So the chairman of BitMine, and of course they've set this up because they're going into crypto hard. So this is awesome. This is so exciting. I cannot understate this. And who do you know who owns part of BitMine? Peter Thiel owns just under 10% of BitMine. Peter Thiel. This is crazy, guys. This is crazy. Do you see what's happening? This is mind-boggling. This is mind-boggling what's happening. And Ethereum is about to hyper pump. We're not just talking about a nice little pump and then the altcoin banana. This is talking about let's get a little scaler on that and scale that up. This is how big this is going to be. It is mega big deal here on this.
Head of research at Fundstrat, and actually I have a third role, which is the CIO of Fundstrat Capital. But at Fundstrat, Sean Farrell is the head of digital assets research, and he's given me some informal sort of targets. One way he thinks of this is that if we look at Circle and its free cash multiple, which now is like 130 times EBITDA, on an equivalent basis, Ethereum's closer to 15,000.
15,000! Woo! That's just this year. That's for this year. That is crazy. Let's get going. These are awesome numbers. I hope you guys are excited about them. It is fantastic. Really is amazing. And the crowd goes wild. Yeah. So that's awesome stuff, man. 15 grand. Let's play that one more time.
Ethereum's closer to 15,000. And that makes sense. I think the layer one, as you get into layer one, you should apply a higher multiple to like sort of theoretical usage because it's the same reason software companies get higher multiples than retailers, right? The more you're getting away from the customer and the more it's pure signal, you apply higher multiples to that business. And so I think in the near term, our technical strategist Mark Newton thought we could be seeing 4,000 before the end of the month for Ethereum, but that's not where it peaks. He just thinks that that's the first target. And then I think something, if Sean Farrell's math is correct, then I think 10 to 15,000 actually makes sense too.
By the end of the year?
It could be end of year, it could be sooner. I mean, it just really depends.
Could be the end of the year, could be sooner, 15,000 Ethereum.
But that wouldn't be the cap.
That's not the cap, guys, for the cycle. That's not the cap for the cycle. OMG. And I know that Crypto Paradise out there, good old Nick Hitman there, has got 25K, depending on where Bitcoin is, of course. But there's some big numbers. And we've talked about these numbers before, 15 to 25K. But here we are really looking to realize that now. And, of course, Tom Lee's not just talking about it with good old Fundstrat Capital, but they're actually now going into crypto. And, of course, that's going in with BitMine Immersion. This is fantastic. They jumped past SharpLink, the gaming, of course, and who was buying a asset position into Ethereum. It's game on, guys. This is just the opening salvo. This is the opening act. It is just crazy, right? Just crazy. So that was huge news, and it has an implication for the PulseChain Sacrifice reserve. And so we're going to talk about that too. But let's get into Fundstrat, where they are. So BitMine, so this is the one he's talking about here. That's just come in here. They bought they bought over $1.1 billion of Ethereum, and they've jumped straight to number one on the Strategic Eth Reserve. As you guys know, Strategic Eth Reserve holds over 1% of the ETH supply. Of course, much of ETH, there's 120.7 million ETH, right? So 120.7 million ETH. A lot of it is staked in some of the big ETH protocols like Lido and others. But this is massive. And of course, we've got BitMine, which is Tom Lee is the chairman, and they've got 300,000. But I'm going to talk to you about this when we get to PulseChain. I'm going to leave a little bit of it for a bit later, but this is a much bigger story. We've got SharpLink at number 2 with 280,000 Ethereum. BitMine, of course, bought 300,000, but they kept buying it back to back, $250 million lots, raising capital back to back. And of course, this is just the beginning of what they're going to be doing. And so actually, Tom Lee is going to be one of the catalysts for actually getting to that $15,000 Ethereum. And we'll talk more about that too. Then number 3 is Ethereum Foundation at 239,000. And then we've got PulseChain Stack at 166,000 ETH. And I believe that the difference to that 171's gone off somewhere else. And I just we're going to chase that down. We got Coinbase at number 5, sitting at 137,000 Ethereum. So that's where we are, guys. And you can see that the estimate for US government is down here at number 9 at 60,000 ETH. So just to give you some idea of where we are, it is awesome stuff. And you watch these positionings; they're going to change over time. And we're expecting that BitMine just to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And of course, this is going to flow into EVM chains and PulseChain. It's going to be pretty exciting. And we've got quite a few comments in chat there, so we're going to get through a few of those before we move on. But let's get back to Ethereum chart and talk about that a bit more. And then we're going to go for gold here. I've got to keep track of the time, 26 minutes on the hour. That is where we are at the moment. At the moment, the 200-day moving average is at 2,570 and the 50 at 2,800. So we've got $230 clearance there. And things are about to get wild. We're about to go not just break even to the PulseChain Sacrifice number, but actually get in the money. And of course, there is lots of different scenarios about how people think the PulseChain Sacrifice might be used, and one of those, of course, is not be used. Right? They'll not be used. But we're gonna check out some, talk about some of those as well. All right, so let's jump away from Ethereum, and we're gonna get into PulseChain next. So we're gonna do that. And pretty exciting time. Just remember that that those numbers there that we talked about. Before we do that, though, let's get back into the chat and say hello to a few people. We got NJ and House there. Everything good with that source on minimal stuff. Coin dump 366K. Yeah. Hey, look, the Sun Minimal is hyper bullish, but it has a lot of people with a lot of coins, and it's the project still early. So that has always been the limitation or qualification about Sun Minimal. And so we have also seen today a whale. So it just takes one person. It's not like a whole ton. One person just switched tons of their source Sun Minimal out into Hex. And we see those things happen all the time. So not really much happening there. So far, the fundamentals Sun Minimal not changed too much. However, things have been delayed. And this is typical what we see in corporates. But we also see this typical in also project developments. How many projects we were waiting to launch, right? They've got tons of projects on PulseChain we're waiting to launch. So, just to wait 2 more weeks kind of thing. So we're just going to keep a lookout for that. The next big thing we are expecting for Source Sun Minimal is the Floyn market listing. So that's the next thing we're kind of expecting. And of course, also the customer dashboard upgrades. I don't think they're fully happened yet either but I know the Rewards 2.0 program is out. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. Now, there is an update that came out today. I haven't watched it yet from the Wolfgang, but we'll try and get an update on that when I can. But definitely a whale decided to sell out. And remember, they've got a lot of free coins, right, relatively speaking, to the reward program. So, they wanted to switch into Hex because Hex is on the move. We've been talking about Hex being on the move for the last couple of days. Brennan House there, just have to watch up to 1 minute ago. That's all, says Brennan. That's funny. Let's jump down through a few of these. Brennan says the Knights owe me a new TV. Did you smash your TV, Brennan? Did you smash TV? We got Fat Sammy in the house there from Pulse Bitcoin. The order of magnitude. Big shout out to Fat Sammy, doing some great coverage too. So get out there, follow Fat Sammy on social media, doing some good X spaces and good collaborations with a lot of farms out there, Vox and Emmett and all those guys. So big shout out. We got Frank White in the house there. Great look, says Frank. Appreciate that. I presume you're talking about my new haircut. We'll probably get some mousse or something. Get some really cool little mini mohawk or something. Let's get that going. Let's jump into a few of these others. Let's see. We got Tyndall in the house there. Thanks for breaking news, Superman. I appreciate that, Tyndall. Big shout out. Tyndall reposted the stream. Hey, look, if you guys can repost the stream, that'd be really, really great. Appreciate that, Tyndall. And of course, the link to that is at the top of the chat there. That is the link there. So if you want to repost, that'd be really, really helpful. So yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. All right. What else we got going? Let's see who else is here. Let's scroll down a bit further. We're going to get to PulseChain next. That's coming up. PulseChain next. We are going to be talking about Taurus today. So Taurus has been on fire. On fire. We're going to get back down there. I'm excited about Taurus because the tokenomics is very clever there from Cryptographics, and I'm really looking forward to see it play out. This is why we're in crypto to some degree. Obviously, everyone wants to pump their bags, but we also love some of this tokenomics. This is a frontier. Forget Wall Street. Forget some little genius out of Harvard School. We got tons of those guys sitting in DeFi pushing the boundaries, and that's what I like to see, right? That's what I like to see. All right, who else is jumping in here? We've got a few more, so let's get up there. Brennan says great English. I'm not sure what that's. Are you talking about Wookie or what? What's going on? He doesn't speak English. He speaks Wookieese out there. Fat Sam says bullish. Brennan says Tom Lee, take my money. Yeah, absolutely. We got Fat Sam says awesome to see that top spot taken that quick. I know this just came like the last I think last week it was all happening for the old ETH accumulation. And I've got bigger news than that. I haven't even dropped the major bomb. That there itself is like the first half, but the second half of it is absolutely huge. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Let's see. Let's jump through some of this. Tim Dale says, InfoWars for crypto right here. Tomorrow's news today. That's right. That's true, Tim Dale. That's true. What else? It's ETH is breaking bad, says Lario. ETH is yeah, Lario says whales do what they do. They where I live, there is even a whales bay. Got to run, boss, says Brian. Hey, Brian, big shout out. My brother needs his computer turned off and back on again. Headed there now. See you, folks. Hey, Brian, take care and say hello to your brother from us. Say hello and enjoy. What else there? We got, what's it? Wookie English. Yeah, I just call Wookieese. That's from another galaxy far, far away. All right, so let's get into PulseChain, shall we? And we've got some action. We've got some green candles, for goodness sake. So that's good news. And what? It's day 801. We're in the 800s now. Oh my God. We're in the 800s now. It's crazy. I think that deserves a horn. It does. Yeah. I don't know where the doorbell came from, but it was there. We got Pulse 801 days since PulseChain launched on the 20th. Was it on the 13th of May, 2023? And the price of Pulse is still in the accumulation zone, but it is green today, up 8.3% at quadruple 32.7, and therefore it's only 1/3 of the sacrifice price. So it's still in the accumulation zone, but I feel like it's about to really have a mega rally. A mega rally is upon us. It's going to sneak up on us over the next 6 weeks. But we've definitely got a sentiment change happening right now with this ETH breakup. So it could re-rate sooner than later. We certainly haven't had the bridge money coming over at least 12 hours ago. I haven't got a bridge update today, but I will give a bridge update tomorrow. But man, things are really starting to get rock. They're starting to rock. Yeah, Hex up into the moon there. Yeah, it's great. As you guys know, Hex is the OG, right? The OG Hex. We've been flashbacking about Hex for the last not just 800 days, but since not even the 2nd of December 2019, but well before that, right? It was at least 18 months before that. So yeah, it's a Bitcoin Hex, so yeah, we got a Bitcoin Hex. What are you calling Hex? It's Bitcoin Hex. It's Bitcoin Hex. Tease. All right, so yeah, we got Pulse Hex at the moment, quadruple 253 up 7.4%, and we've got the buy and burn at 7.43%. We got Ink token at the moment with $1.59 up 4.2%, and we got Hex at the moment. This is the big move. Is at 71.8 cents, and of course, or 71/100th of a penny. This has been a bit higher too before earlier. It's up 15.6%. EHEX is at 21/100th of a penny. EHEX has got to be a steal too, right? I mean, just down that low. And the combined price EHEX and PX is at 93/100th of a penny. So we're almost back to 1 cent. And we're still in the accumulation zone, right? Because we've been in this area a lot, but we are having a nice little gain today from the bottom from Hex after that big whale sold out. There was it 600 million or so, 700 million of Hex, and moved it over to Pulse, over to Ethereum, and then sold it all to go back into the Ethereum majors, right? Probably on the back of the idea of the Genius Act and all that sort of stuff is probably what they were doing. But in any case, it gave a buying opportunity for everybody else, just like we saw with Sun Mini Meal today. There's a buying opportunity right there with the whale exiting, right? You get to pick up Sun Mini Meal for half the price that it was the day before. I think it's down like 3.3 cents. We're going to check that out. Just like Hex got sold off by a whale, we also had some whales coming in. So we had some buying. We actually had a bit of buying support for Hex while that whale was selling. So that sort of moderated the impact. But we definitely had a dip in the Hex, and now we've got the rebound, the relief rally, and the charts look really good, didn't they, for multi-day run? And I think we're just on that multi-day run right now. So may it continue, because it does look like that's going to happen. Let's jump over to the gas prices. We've got the 1.9 million beats at the moment, 2 cents for a PulseX swap. We've got Velos at the moment, 52,080, pretty much what we've had, the last week. And then the bridge, of course, what we've all been looking forward to is the bridge. I don't have my custom update today, but we'll, like I say, try to have it tomorrow. We'll see what's been flowing into the bridge. Just one of our key measures of sentiment on the chain and where asset prices might go. We've got 97.5 million, so we're almost back to 100 million, guys. And of course, ETH value is driving that, right? So I don't know if I've deleted my snapshot that I had back on the 3rd, which is quite an old one now. But here we are at 97.5 million. Obviously, ETH is going up in value a lot, and so is Bitcoin, and so to some degree. But it's really ETH is driving this. We're up to 25.7 million. Maybe we can get back over 7,000 ETH soon. That'd be cool. Obviously, Hex is on the move slightly, and we'll be watching the stable coins as well. Be nice to get EDI back over 22 million or so, which is I think what it was a little while back, a couple of months back. Be nice to get that too. Coast is the news though. So Coast has now gone up even another 200,000. We're at 10.6 million on Coast. So big shout out to the Coast team out there. Stoic and the crew doing a great job. Hit me up out there, Coast team. So we think we can help you out there. So get out there. But they're doing pretty cool. They're always $200,000 lots. So it just seems, is it just one player that's doing all the lots? It always goes up by 200K. Have you guys noticed that? Anyway, that's looking pretty good. So bring it on. I do know that 12 hours ago we had a net bridging, maybe about 60K or so. So, but that's something we're going to look for over the next couple of days and weeks because I just feel that we're going to get that capital net reversal onto PulseChain, right? So we'll get an update on that tomorrow. Let's jump over to the big news though that I want to talk about, which is the PulseChain Sacrifice Reserve. This is huge. I put a little post out about this last night. It's had, about 2,500 views on it, which is not too bad. And we got PulseChain Magical Carpet Ride. Just got more magical. Now it is actually magic there, but magic it just goes. We got Tom Lee talks 15,000 Ethereum target potential in 2025, but not the cap for the cycle. Tom Lee helping to pump the PulseChain. So that's pretty teasing. But essentially, if he's buying Ethereum up, it really does help to pump the PulseChain. Current PulseChain SAC value, and of course we had a little snapshot of that. But I have the real one. So last night was 608,000. We were down by 20 million. But today it is pretty close to break even. Just before the live stream, it was only $2 million difference, and it has been over it. And so we're sitting at 620 million. And of course, this is based on 166,000 ETH, not the original 171. And we got $628 million here at the moment. So very, very exciting, guys. This is looking very good indeed. So very, very cool things here happening. You can see all the buys that were in here. So big shout out to Gerardo. This is his site. Look into rh.com. Now, if you haven't got this, you want to save it to your favorites, I'll post this in the link in the chat there. Brennan says Hex to $1. Yeah, I thought it was PDI to $1. I thought it was PDI to $1. I thought it was PDI to $1. Yeah, we're waiting for Betterbank. Betterbank's coming out. That's certainly going to give PDI a bounce. But Hex is the star at the moment, and I think it's just going to continue to rally. We're going to check out the chart today. That is the website there. Look into Hex if you want to follow. There are 2 sites at least, if not 3, that are tracking the reserve now. All right, so kind of cool. We got PulseChain SAC at 6.8 million, so 4x in the ETH price. That's going from $3,650. We're already $100 higher than that now, right? To 15,000 puts it at $2.5 billion by the end of the year. So I kid you not, $2.5 billion by the end of the year will be the value of the PulseChain SAC reserve. $2.5 billion. That is magnificent, guys. That is magnificent. That would just put the strategic reserve itself in the top 100, right, on CoinGecko. Probably put it in the top 70 or something, top 80, 70 right now. because, to get in there, you're going to be about 1.3 billion, I think it was, to get in the top 100 right now. And so, that would put the reserve well above there. So pretty cool. So strategic ETH reserve top 5, PulseChain ranked number 4. And of course, there are new entrants the new entrants, of course, that we looked at are showing the rally, right? So we obviously the new entrants. We've got SharpLink, the gaming. Their gaming might be tanking, but their ETH reserve is going to go up like the moon. And of course, Bitmine immersion as well from Tom Lee. So they're all coming in, and this is just the beginning. We're going to see that leaderboard there change around a lot. It's going to be hard to move PulseChain down though. 166,000 ETH is a lot of ETH, so keep walking out for that. But that is super bullish. Very, very cool indeed. So we've got a bit more on that too. So let me just scroll down here. So that was Tom Lee. Watch the video. Tom Lee, chairman of new entrant Bitmine video, now ranked number 1 in the top 5 in only a few days. Now here's the other part of the alpha bomb. They've bought 300 ETH, which is 1.1 billion US dollars. But this is just the beginning. They are targeting 5% of ETH. Remember, there's 120.7 million ETH. They're targeting 5% holdings, guys. Oh my God, they're targeting 5%. We know that there's other people out there like Liberty and other people that are all trying to get a big position in Ethereum, and it's just starting. We're just the beginning. So that 5% would be 6 million Ethereum. 6 million Ethereum. We're excited to have 166,000 Ethereum. These guys going after 6 million Ethereum, for goodness sake. Oh my goodness. So, wow. This is mega huge, guys. And this is just one entity, right, that's got it going for the position. That's how much they believe in Ethereum now, backed on the Genius Act with the stable coins. All the corporates that will be getting those stable coins as well, because corporates going to flock in to get those stable coins and sovereign states around the world. It is a mega, mega big deal. And of course, we're talking trillions of dollars. We're talking about all the circular and multiplier effects of that into crypto too. And now we've got this. This is, oh my God. I said we were looking forward to a dream run, but they keep sprinkling all these beautiful things on top of it. It's just absolutely crazy. We are going to be in for the run of our lives. This is mega, mega run. So very, very cool about that. That is some of the bullish stuff there. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is real. This is not orange peels. This is absolutely real. Now let's going to look. Hex, of course, is being one of the beneficiaries. Let's pick up old Hex here on PulseChain. We've been talking about this being the pick day after day on the live stream. You guys have heard me, and this is not disappointing. This is not disappointing. And we can see here on the 4-hourly chart, which is like the trader's view, we can see the Hex price there starting to rally and playing out very, very well indeed. And I posted this link on X before it even happened, so you can go check the chart on that too. But yeah, we've been talking about this on the live stream. 4-hourly chart here, you can see we've got on the 4-hourly, we've got the 50-day here, golden cross on Hex on the 4-hour, and we are crossing that $200 and $200 EMA on orange there. So the 50-day, the short term over the long term is crossing. But we've even got more short term ones, right? We've got the 9 EMA and the like in the purple there, or pink. And then we've got the 34-day EMA in the pink and the purple there. I'm getting pink and purples mixed around, but you got the bottom one down there. It's all bullish. So we already had a really, really bullish cross and a golden cross. And of course, the RSI is getting a bit hot on the 4 hours, so we might see it just temper a little bit here, just over the 7/10 of a penny mark. But let's go to the longer time frame to see how that's going. The daily, right? So you can see here we just had a nice bullish cross on the short term for the 9 over the 34 moving average. So this is a bullish sign, and we're also, the chart is above that cross as well, giving it a bit of more extra emphasis there. The daily is not fully overbought yet. We're at 66, but we might get a little consolidation in this area. Probably we got a high so far of 75, so we're probably going to potentially be in this range a little bit. We may get up to 8,000, or so 0.8 of a penny, to potentially in this range somewhere. So we might get stay in there a little bit. But if we go overheated on the RSI, we could definitely possibly move it even a little bit higher. But I think that's probably where we're going to be just for a little bit, just to cool that off, and onwards and upwards, barring whale activity, right? Whales always change the game a little bit there. But that is where we are at the moment, looking very bullish. So no doubt we are just going for gold. On the weekly, it looks even better. Before we go to the weekly, actually, let me go to the daily, because I didn't finish what I was talking about. Down here is the yellow line. That's a 50-day moving average. And we can see that we got the 200 moving average up here at 8,300 of a penny. So we've got a bit of work to cross it over for our golden cross. but we're starting to turn up. This is all heading in the right direction. So that golden cross might come much sooner than later. So Hex is still looking very good for me as well. The other big thing, of course, you can see on here is that there are two long-term angular resistances, and we've got the bottom one here. We just broke it today. Can you see that in the dot dash line? We broke that today, so we broke the lower one. We got the higher one above us. The higher one here is up at 9400th of a penny, above the 200th moving average on the daily. This is on PHEX, of course. So yeah, just keep a lookout. We're heading in the right direction. Very, very exciting. Let's go to the weekly, the long time frame. We have to auto log that chart. That is a big picture item on the weekly, and you can see we're already on the weekly. We're already over the 9 EMA, the pink one there, and the purple one is up at 8600 of a penny, the same as the daily 200. And so yeah, we've got a bit of work to do there, but once we break through that long-term resistance here, look at that, game on, right? Game on. That is the top one there. We've already broken the lower one, which is exciting to see. So that lower one is broken, and we can get rid of that now. And so we've got a move on to the next one there. So kind of cool. So that's what we could do. That's looking pretty good. I'm going to add that back in, but that gives you an idea of where we're heading. And the 200 on the weekly, the 200 is at 9500 of a penny. And you guys know once we break that, we could get something like this action here, right? So this is what we're looking forward to. Let me bring the old ellipsis in as well. So we're looking forward to something like this, right? So that is could get something like that happening, and because we're game on now, right? So we're not mucking around anymore, and we could get that that sort of thing happening there, and we're looking for these breakouts. So Hex is on the move, looking very good indeed. And I was going to say one more thing about this. Let me think. Yeah, the RSI. So I don't know if what happened there. Oh, sorry, guys, I just really botched up there. Let's go back and let's get rid of. Let's go full screen again. So the RSI on the weekly, it's got so much room to move, and of course, you guys know that we're at 47. So bring it on. It's about to get real on Hex. It's about to get real Hex. So real that we had a Hex decide to dump all this. A soil whale decide to dump all that probably relatively free crypto. And then move into Hex. So there we go. That's not surprising. So there we go on that. So that is Hex at the moment, looking very good indeed. But we're going to have a quick look at EHEX as well, because EHEX is on the move, and it's super cheap too. You can still pick up tons of volume of EHEX because it's only at 2100th of a penny. Recently got down to 1100th of a penny. Can you believe it? Pick up some EHEX while you can. That's all I can say. It is crazy right now. It is crazy right now. 2100th of a penny for Hex. It is unbelievable. And you're still at 2100, still a deal. I mean, even though it was down 11, obviously it's way better. But 21, this is super cheap Hex right now. And yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of love coming back into Hex there. Remember, it was one of the top 5 cryptos in 2021. Now, obviously, we've got way more cryptos around, millions and millions. But we're still going to have the quality ones be sought after, right? They're the ones that people are really going to flock to with the second cycle branding, and of course PulseChain, the strategic reserve there sitting in the background. So kind of cool, up 13% today, and of course you can still pick up tons of Hex, and of course because you can do that, you're going to be able to push it up. Now we've still got BankX out there. I can't remember what they've got now. Last time it was 180 million. They may have less than that now, because I think they've been selling a little bit every week from memory. So if they're down maybe 150. Then we're looking a much better spot, right? Much better spot for good old EHEX here. Kind of cool. So excited about EHEX. And because you guys know, if PulseChain goes, right, PulseChain is the ocean, just like Ethereum. If PulseChain goes, everything gets re-rated in US dollars very quickly. And you never know what Richard Hart will pull out of the woodwork, right? Richard Hart could pull out anything out of the woodwork at any time.
You could get a God candle at any moment. You could get a giant green candle at any moment, because it's easier to get them, because it takes less economic energy, because there's less of it for sale.
I mean, anything could happen at any time, guys. Anything could happen. Now we got some more comments here. We're going to get into the rest of it. So that is kind of cool. Let's jump over to actually, we're going to have a quick look at EHEX as well. Let's have a quick look at EHEX because PulseX. What am I looking at? PulseX, yeah. I look at PulseX, so I want to look at the ratio to Pulse. We might go big screen on this one for the charts. So let's go big screen, and we're going to full screen, and we're going to go to the ratio to Pulse. And you can see, like, we really tested that long-term support line. This is a ratio to Pulse, and we're currently at 77, 0.77. So one PulseX equals 0.77. We have been, way back in February, we were slightly over 1-to-1, and I suspect that this trend is going to continue on here. We did close our weekly candles over the long term, so I guess that's bullish, and we could potentially have a nice strong re-rate here for PulseX over Pulse as well. And remember, the buy and burn still ticking away. And of course, INC has got limited inflation coming out. PulseX itself is deflationary. Pulse is modestly inflationary. Incentive token is virtually non-inflationary. So it's very low. And remember, Pulse is subject to EIP 1559. So it's got inflation to the validators, but it's got deflation in the burning with the burning fees. And so therefore, it's pretty modest. So you get a bit of growth on the chain, and it pretty much absorbs a lot of that, even though validators can slowly siphon off, capital out of the chain. We have seen that, but of course, when the FOMO's on, they're likely to siphon that back into the chain and reinvest it back in. So you get a bit of, it just depends on what part of the cycle you're at, really. Way to go. All right, let's jump into some of the chats. We've got some more comments. We got Kings in the house there. What's up? What's up is the price. The price is up. We got Pulse Wookie says, Wookie up the bottom on the move. Wookie picked up the bottom of that move on Hex. Nice one there, Wookie. Well done. We got Gerardo in the house there. A big shout to Gerardo. So obviously Gerardo is the creator of so many websites on PulseChain now, but one that we've been following, of course, is Look into RH, which got updated, I think, like within the last 48 hours. So that is hot there. So big shout out to Gerardo. And of course, one of the big influencers and founders in the good old PulseChain. So big shout out there. Mintra out there as well. Mintra NFTs. And much, much more. We got Wookie in the house there. Crypto Bro's in the house there. Repost the stream. I appreciate that, Crypto Bro. Big shout out. Yeah, if you're watching the stream right now, smash it out. Repost it. The link is at the top of the chat there. And you can repost that and, pump your own bags, as they say. Pump your own bags. Kind of cool. Share the show on X. That's all we can say. Hey, you guys know what we've got coming up tomorrow? What's coming up tomorrow? Yes, Monster Thread number 11. That's right. Monster Thread number 11. The premier news update for PulseChain community, newsletter, newspaper, whatever you want to call it. It is coming out tomorrow, and there's going to be a ton of amazing PulseChain teams on there too. Oh my gosh, there's so many good teams on there. It's going to be awesome stuff as well. So you get all the latest news. You get some of the hottest top DeFi and GameFi on PulseChain in it as well. So Monster number 11 is coming out. I know that MVS Crypto is out there working hard on that as editor-in-chief. Yeah, boy. So look forward to Monster number 11. 11 weeks, can you believe it? Yeah, but we know we're going to be talking about Monster number 50, Monster number 100. It's going to be pretty exciting. The bull market ahead under the Trump's golden age is going to be absolutely incredible. What else we got there? We got a couple more comments. Let me scroll all the way back down. I'm way back up too high now. We got Wookie is a genius buying the bottom. Yeah. Everyone's a genius who buys the bottom. If you could spell Mr. Genius. No. We'll leave that one. We got Crypto League in the house there. Hello, good to see you, Crypto League. Big shout out. What else there? I think that's it. We got Fat Sammy says last Monster Thread was great. Says Fat Sammy. Big shout out for that. Yeah, the Monster Threads are going off really nice. The viewership on the Monster Threads now is well in excess of 25,000. I think we're going to have the final results for the Monster Thread number 10 today. That's closing. I think we're going to be updating the numbers for those in about 4.5 hours. So, hey, look, I wouldn't be surprised if it's getting closer and closer to 30,000 views. And we're still in the bear market. We're pivoting as we see today. I think we've got a real pivot going on. But we're about to flip into the rally mode, right? The mega rally is about to hit us in the next 5 months to, let's say 8 months in particular. And then I think, a constant rally. We're going to have the midterms. Midterms could shake up things a little bit, but I think the polls at the moment are showing, I think, turning very well for President Trump, and the Republicans are, they're ratcheting up win after win after win. And I think maybe the midterms won't be such an issue after all. We could have that really solid 2-year rally in crypto, not just into March next year, but potentially well beyond. Very excited about where that might head to. All right, so that is PulseX at the moment. Let's get into the rest of the markets, though. There's some of the Richard Hart tickers, and I think they're just warming up. And you guys know, once that pulse goes up, man, the whole US dollar value goes up. Those yields are really nice. People on other chains and other parts of the community get to see those, and they go, oh man, that's where all the action's happening. They flock over to PulseChain. And of course, people hearing about that PulseChain Strategic Reserve as well, getting highlighted there. It's exciting times, exciting times. Let's jump over there. Richard Hart is upping the marketing. Richard Hart is supporting the community, posting the PulseX conference earlier this week. Talking about digital promotions, millions of items going out to people. It is really, things are eating up, guys. It's so exciting. All right, so catch the train while you can. Get these assets while they're still down at this level because they're about to rock and roll. Well, we got Doge there, Pump Tires. That's leading the pack. We got $24.3 million in volume at the moment. And we've got transactions, 320,000 transactions here on Debt Screener. We're looking at the 24-hour trending. And Doge, the Pump Tires, they're up 77%. G-Baby, I think it's related to James and Maria, is up 48%. We've got Pepe, another Pump Tires there, up 44%. Ethereum Pepe is up 41%. Hex Pepe there as well. Hex Bitcoin's got a little Bitcoin symbol in there, funny enough. We got this up 32%. Pump Tires. So Pump Tires there really doing well on the chain right now. We got Your Mum at the moment. Your Mum makes me always laugh, but this is the Elon Musk one, isn't it, with the burning? And of course, I think Moon King and that we're talking about Your Mum. That's up 24%. We've got Ada Pump Tires as well, up 24%. So yeah, Pump Tires really dominating today. Communists. Communist is a genius idea with a terrible name. Communist there, but it is plowing up there, and it looks like the Pump Tires version, right? That is up 23%. We got PDC, the Greys. It is on the move as well. We talked about this, the number one DAO, the first DAO, I should say, first DAO on PulseChain is up 22%. We got Bitcoin pump tires as well. Now, you guys know every week I've been going through all the Bitcoin plays that you could do on PulseChain. One of those, of course, is the pump tires. Another one is, of course, the actual wrap Bitcoin from PulseChain, from Ethereum over to PulseChain. We'll talk about also Pulse Bitcoin, of course, on PulseChain, which is a digital representation with asset tokens of mining Bitcoin. So we've got so many options in Bitcoin. It's going to be really fascinating to see them all play out. But here we got the old Bitcoin pump tires up there, 20%. PDC, of course, on the move. Curve token is also, I think there's another, is this a pump tires? I can't remember now, but it's been around 4 months, but it might be the pump tires version, 19%. We got UFO is up 18% as well, along with PDC. So PDC doing very well. Pump tires doing very well today. Those are kind of some of the key trends there. We got Reserve Tay up 70%. ALGO on the back of Hex is up 16.7%. Sparta on the back of Hex also. They got a Hex DAO, right? That's up 16%. We've got BFF from OG Web Chef is up 16%. And, of course, Patch paired with Finvestor. We've got Hex, of course, sitting at number 21. We've covered that in full at 7.2 cents. But we're expecting it to continue to push a little bit higher there on the old Hex and then maybe have a bit of a breather. But, hey, look, sometimes the markets say, screw the RSI. We're going to push it to the limit. So we may see that. But I think we might get a nice little consolidation here just for a little bit. Into the maybe within 24 hours, but maybe we're just trying to push higher there as well. So we'll see. It's certainly getting not quite oversold yet, so it's got room to move. 16% overbought. I mean, it's got room to move. We got us. We got Garnet. Look at all the Hex pairs. Look at them all. Boom, 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 all the way to number 29. I love it. I love it. Bring on the Hex. The Hexkins in the house there. We got Most Wanted there at 31, up 15%. We got the X is up as 2, up 14% there as well. What else there? I think they're partnered with the Crypto Paradises. I think they got a partnership there. Something happening in the Crypto Paradise there. What else there? We got Teddy Bear from James and Maria up 14%. What else there? Staked ETH up 14% as well. TFC Fitzgerald Company 13%. This is sort of one of those come out of nowhere type of projects. What else do we got? Up Token there from Haunted. Everyone knows Haunted, great guy. And of course, he's got Validator X and other products out there as well. But we can do validating, and that's up 12.8%. We've got Hexagon there. This is a new token. I haven't really followed this one, but Hex A is up there, 18.11. Let's say 12% up on that one. We've got Teddy Bear as well. Teddy Bear is up to 11.7%. How do you say it? Is it the Boston accent? Teddy Bear. Teddy Bear. I can't do it. Sometimes I can almost do it, but I can't do it right now. Maybe it's too much pressure. I'm feeling the pressure. We got Teddy Bear. Teddy Bear. Teddy Bear. No, it'll come to me. I have to go watch the program a bit. Then we'll try it again. We got Teddy Bear at 2,200 of a penny, and that is up 12%. Love.io from a good old Anders. We had Anders on the show a couple of weeks back. and that's up 11.4%. We are expecting to see a lot from them, though. They are kind of like the mini version of Sun Mini Meal because they have this website, luffy.com, and they have sales on there, and they have a little bit of buying, I believe, come over onto PulseChain, adding capital in, but it's at a much more modest level. But we'll keep a track of that. A trader, of course, with James Maria at number 48, up 11% as well. So we've got quite a few double-digit over 10%. And then wrapping that up is Trump Pump Tires is at 1,300 of a penny, up 10%. So we've got 53 coins trending over 10% at the moment on the old PulseChain. Just below that, though, is Axis Alive, Top Gun, Top Hat there from Crypto Coffee. So we've got two big influencers with their coins. When I was going to say when Gerardo coin, but I guess Mitch is out there. Mitch is out there. We got Pump Tires as well, up 9% at number 57. We've got Maverick there as well, up quite a bit. So we've got lots of good stuff happening. PulseX in the mix there. Lots of other coins. Incentive token down here at number 75 to 78. That's probably going to start have a bit of a run too, right? There's only a limited amount there, and that may end up being a DAO token as well. Once the Master Chef contract gets flipped by the old Magic Carpet Ride people. But that's up 4% at the moment. A lot of OG RefShep tokens down here. Liquid Loans down here as well, down, up 2%, and so on. So, yeah, a lot of OG RefShep tokens down the bottom here. Surf token from Crypto Paradise. What a steal right now on the old Surf token. This is a Surf token from Crypto Paradise. What an entry. 1 cent for an entry right now. If you're holding 200,000 of these, you get access to their DAO benefits as well, including, I think, the bot income, potential pre-sales, trips, and all sorts of things in here. So what a time to get into Surf token right now. Unbelievable on the old Crypto Paradise. They've got 130,000 people around that. It is a huge team. So, yeah, keep a lookout for that. Nick Hellman, Amaru, and Nate. These guys are crushing it out there. So big shout out to that team. Right now, what an entry this is there. Let's have a look at the RSI, actually, on the old Surf token. This is our biggest team that we've had over on PulseChain join us, but I'm suggesting these guys are absolutely amazing. They're so professional, guys. I want to say these guys are an amazing team. So let me jump over to RSI. And we're going to have a look at the Surf token there. They've got partnerships, I think, with Emmett and other farms, I think. So pretty amazing. We're probably going to hear more about them in the future. But 1 cent there. Yeah, almost oversold territory here. So 31. What a steal right now for Surf token. You should definitely check that out. Surf token there from Crypto Paradise. Looking very good. Almost in the oversold territory. So buying the bottom is the way to go. All right. So that is the play on there. Now, we're going to jump over to Titanx. Before we do that, actually, let's go to Pulse Coin List and let's quickly look at PDI because I haven't talked about PDI. I want to check out how that's going at the moment. So, Wrap Bitcoin, look at that. So another Bitcoin. We talked about Pump Tire Bitcoin doing really well, but look at Wrap Bitcoin, $786. Keep a lookout for that. We talked about Rack and Michelle talking about buying one Wrap Bitcoin. Of course, we said this, a long time ago to buy some Wrap Bitcoin. But man, buying one, that narrative is pretty awesome. And $768 at the moment, and there's only a limited amount, right? And it's pretty centralized hold, 155,000 of them. There's not many, so and of course it's a lot of whales holding a lot of those. So yeah, it's going to be fun to see, up 15% for the week. Now let's look at the PDI. PDI up 6%. So the big moves on PDI cool down for a little bit. We've got PDI there at 5300th of a penny, so just over 0.5%. Let's have a quick look at PDI, a narrative there, and see where this is all at on the action. So we've got the full screen. I think we can add an RSI for this too. We know that Better Bank is coming up, so that's going to be using PDI, right, as an input, as well as Pulse and PulseX. So it's Better Bank from Nick. I added 2 there. And we can see the RSI on the 4-hourly is at 65, so it's got room to move. And on the daily, let's have a look here on the daily. We got it at 67. So it's just kind of cool off at the moment, isn't it? Just cooling off of the old PDI there. And probably just getting ready for its next move is no doubt what's going to happen there. But of course, there's a lot of attention moving to Hex and other tokens. We get that relativity move, right? We see that all the time. We see whales often the ones catalyst for that. We saw that today with Sun Mini Meal and Hex, right? We saw that play out, right? So that is the cool things happening there. What else we got going on here? I think that's got some of the ones I want to highlight. Obviously, USD Tether, USDC sitting at 2700th of a penny, both of them. Pretty flat on both of those. So yeah, that is all that sort of narrative around those coins has calmed down for the moment. But yeah, hey, look, oh no, we're going to go to Sun Mini Meal. Maybe we have to go back to that actually. Is that just rebounded? Did someone buy that up? Did someone just buy that up? Let's have a look. No, not quite yet. Yeah, so this was the Sun Mini Meal. So this is what happened with so they sold, a whale sold the Sun Mini Meal into Hex. So this is soil token, right? Soil token. And this is the whale, this is the wick they got. So it just takes, one account, and basically we got a wick down there and then another wick down. We went all the way down to 2.3 cents. What a steal. It's now just riding back up to 3500th of a cent. Typically, when you see something like this with a whale sell, you want to get back at least to 2/3, right? So you want to get back at least up to maybe over 5 cents there somewhere. And then that is a pretty strong rebound, and then slowly zigzag right now. But at the moment, what a steal, 3.5 cents on the old soil token. So yeah, I mean, people can do what they want, but that is I don't know, maybe one of the tip of the days. We've got two tips of the day. We've got surf token and soil token there. Pretty cool. But we're going to move into the old Tightnex next. Let's see if we got any more comments. What a day. What a day. Things are really starting to turn. As I said, man, PulseChain Sacrifice back to break even. That means, good chance of heading into the money now, especially on the way to $15,000. That would give us a $2.5 million valuation just for the sacrifice money. And we've got Richard Hart defeated the SEC. Of course, that dark cloud is gone. It is only blue skies ahead right now. We obviously had a whale last week, sell out. Originally sold out PulseX and then Hex. It is gone now. And yeah, we've got a lot of dedicated whales doing some good things. Rack and Michelle out there. We got Firewhale about to launch a ton of alpha stuff for SolidX. That's going to be another big narrative we're going to have, I think, very, very shortly. And so the timing couldn't be better, right? The timing couldn't be better. PulseChain Mega Rally head seems a very, very, very likely now. So let's have a look at have a look at Tightnex on Ethereum. We're going to shift gear a little bit. And we can see at the moment the Tightnex chart. Let's have a look at this. This is from Jake Sharp, of course. He is away building something special, apparently, which is not a new token, but a new protocol that will be utilizing X28, which is the omni-chain version of Tightnex. And we currently got this at, what I got that, 6 zeros, 2200 at the moment. So we had a nice little rally on Tightnex, as you can see, which was pretty cool. We went all the way from 6 zeros, 1100 to 6 zeros, 2700. So it was 140% gain, so 2.4x. We're still up pretty nicely, up a 2x at the moment at 2200. So we're still doubled, still got a 2x there at the moment, and that's inside a month, right? But I think things are just warming up for this. Now, the more important ratio, of course, is the ratio to Ethereum. And so we're going to have a look at that too. And we're going to log that and go to the daily. And that is where we are. So we actually had a bigger pullback actually in the ETH ratio. This was actually holding up relatively to the US dollar, but this has definitely come down there. And, that was up quite a bit. I think I keep forgetting it doesn't have the percentages. But that is, we were on the bottom there. Let's say we were at 5,000, 10 zeros, 5,000. This is the ratio to Tightnex to ETH. And we got all the way up to 10 zeros, 88,000 there, which is a really nice gain on that. That's like, what, 65, 70%. And we're only up now at 6,000, so only modestly up now. So yeah, what's that, 20%, something like that. So at 6,000, so 10 0, 6,000. So a nice little pullback there. Now, a big catalyst for this has also been Taurus, right? Taurus has been launching, but the buy and burn value sitting behind Tightnex is ginormous, and it's going to be, imagine under 15K, what it's going to be. We're going to do some moon math on the old Tightnex here. Let's go to the liquid supply first. So we've got just over 68 trillion liquid, which is worth $15.3 million. Just remember that number, $15.3 million liquid. We're going to go to the buy and burn, and we're going to go to V1. This is basically the treasury, but it's an active treasury. It's a buy and burn. It's not active at the moment, though. So it's a deactivated burn. All right, so this is currently sitting at 16.7 million. So it's more valuable than the liquid supply. And yeah, here we go. So let's do some moon math on that. Let's do some moon math just to show you. And this is what Jake Sharp is sitting there with. He's the one that can turn it on and off in terms of lifting the rate there. And let's have a look here. We got 16.7. We're just going to do a quick multiple of 4x, right? We'll just do 4x. That is a value of $67 million US potentially by December. 67 million sitting on the back here. All right, so bringing it on. That is pretty cool, right? That was pretty cool. And of course, we know that DragonX is, I guess, this whole DragonX has got a buy and burn of about 4 million, maybe somewhere in that ballpark. So, that's another 16, right? So 16 million. So 16 plus, what did I say? 67. That puts the Tightnex ecosystem potentially with some firepower of 83 million dollars. And of course, there's a bit more than that too, right? Because you've got Hydra as well. And Hydra sitting on its own and buy and burn. So you can sort of add these together. That's $1 million. So you get another $4 million plus 4. And then, of course, there's Helios. So that gets you to $87 million by December. So imagine if it was all turned off and it was just sitting there, the basically asset backing like 87 million. And then, of course, there's a bit more in Helios as well. Oh, I forgot about the payouts, right? So let's go to the payout pool. That's sitting at the 4.2 million. So let's turn that into another, let's say 16 million. So 16 million there. So you could potentially, by the end of December, if nothing moved, that's 103 million US dollars. Yeah, that's very good. That's very good. So that's a potentiality sitting in there, looking really good. And yeah, I don't know what the mining is at the moment. Actually, what's the if you were to mine, how negative is the yield? Negative 97% on the ROI, negative yield. So we're not going to see mining at least for a while. But if that ever became positive, that would be pretty freaky. Because if that came positive, then you'd have some of these others becoming pretty positive too. Now everything's pretty kind of red at the moment, but Taurus is absolutely booming. And we're going to talk about Taurus at the moment because it is a superstar right now. I've got to keep track of the time, and now in 10 minutes, got 5 more minutes left, but we're just having such a good time on this. So let me jump into just the final topic here on Taurus, and let's have a look at the stats. So yeah, the price at the moment is $10.15. I think we recently got down to like $8.80 or something, and we're back up at $10 here, and we're on day number 11. So the first 10 days is done. Well done to Cryptographics. He's another PulseChain Titanx influencer crossover, right? Who's now a founder of his own protocol. And this is not an ordinary protocol. This is something special, and we're going to be enjoying watching it play out. Two big takeaways. Why is it different from Titanx and other things, for example, is the inflation distribution model. He's flipped it on its head, and that means that everybody that comes in after you gets a share of the inflation, even though the inflation's increasing by less than 100,000 a day. So at the moment, the inflation today will be 99,200 new Taurus tokens. It's worth over $1 million times the price. But of course, that value will increase in time, assuming more capital goes into the protocol. But the idea about this, of course, is that as inflation grows every day at a decreasing rate, because it's also, and this is, so the additional Taurus is going down every day, but of course the buy and burn is also going potentially up at different periods of time as well. So you got this kind of deflation type of idea there. But that inflation is being distributed to more and more people. As more people come in, it gets spread out amongst more and more people. So it looks more like a normal bell curve kind of idea than a skewed bell curve, where it's all skewed to big whales and stuff like that, like we saw with Titanx, right? So add that issue there. So that is kind of where we are at the moment. You can see we got 50% now in the LP pool, 30% stake Taurus, which has been a real surprise to the upside. Of course, there is game mechanics around that potentially. You pay a bit more, you take on a little bit more risk, or quite a bit more risk, but there's potentially short play on those, and so that's good for the protocol because it captures all that short value as well. So there's a bit of a trade-off there. We've got 7.6% is burn Taurus, and then we've got liquid supply at 2,200. So a very, pretty decent burn, almost 1,500 burn so far. Now, this is early days. So we're still in early days, guys. I just want to make that very clear. But the two differences are really the inflation distribution flattens out. That curve flattens out over time. More people come in. So it's very different from Titanx, for example. And then number two, it's really flipping the idea that this is a stakers protocol. So it's really, the tokenomics is really biased to a staking protocol and not an ROI protocol. Even though it is kind of an ROI protocol to some degree, it's also really more of a staking protocol. And it's that psychological shift, that behavioral shift that's built into the mathematics and, of course, where the chart will go. So we'll see how it all plays out. Yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting, but we're still early. I just want to say that very early. We've only got 19,200 Taurus in supply. We're expecting, obviously, up to something like 9.6, 9.7 million tokens in the future at the moment. Of course, that adds with every day, but that will be distributed to more and more people, flattening it out. So it's going to be fun to see it all play out. And of course, we've got this flipping, this seesaw thing. So if the price does pull back dramatically in ratio over 10 million Titanx to Taurus, then the seesaw means that the creating more Taurus flips over to staking more Taurus, right? So it has this seesaw flipping as well. So those are some of the key special mechanisms in this protocol. And so yeah, there we go. So at the moment, yeah, burnt Taurus, we got 1,500 almost. stake Taurus. Now, the main one I've been looking at is the shares. This is like the shares that you have in the reward pool. And so this is actually slowed down growing a little bit, which has been pretty interesting on that front. Now, we're going to bring up the June dashboard from Mike Dean. And we're going to check out some of the metrics here just to wrap things up. I've got how many minutes? I got 1 minute. We got $780,000 in so far. There's 3 hours ago it was updated. So it's heading towards that first $1 million into the protocol. We've got 63 ETH, it says here. It says Titanx is a 2.36, but we know that's actually higher, right? So we know it's a bit higher. So we're going to go check the number there. This number is always a little bit lower, 2.36. But we've actually got it on Titanx, so we're going to go check that out because we like to have, as the latest numbers. And we can see that Taurus here is at 2.5 trillion. So 2.5 trillion Titanx has actually gone into the protocol there for Taurus, which is pretty amazing. So it's higher than this number. And the total Taurus forecast, 9.7 million at the moment. Remember, it's adding at a decreasing rate. It's adding about 99,200. So this, in a couple of days' time, this will be below 99,000 per day, adding in the inflation. So that's kind of where we are. Let's jump over to the forecast. So we can actually see this forecast here is crazy. So this candle here is coming out on day 89. So if you do a max period, it's 88 days. This is coming out on day 89. And we know this used to be like 4.3 million or something coming out in this candle. Now it's down to 2.5. It's just about to go below 2.5. Isn't that crazy? We're expecting this to flatten out more and more as we move forward in time, right? As we move forward. So actually, we're only on day 11. So, we're only sort of in here and we've got all these days to go with people to come into the protocol. So we can reasonably expect this to just continue to flatten, as well as all the rest of the candles is also flatten and then get pushed further and further out, right? So that's very important there. That measure there is 500K on the left there. We're getting less than 99,000 by that time. So it'll be going down all the time. So that's good. That's what makes this very different. It's going to be fun to see. What else? I'm not expecting really, a lot of price pressure on the chart really until we probably get up to, day 47. We got 15,000 tokens coming out that day. So not really expecting anything much from too many of these candles. We've got a couple of days of 1,500 and stuff like that. But really, maybe we won't get any, impact until day 47. We've got 15,000 coming out, but maybe a lot of them stake for a high yield again. So you see what I'm saying? So we will see what the behavior will be, but it's just to see how that goes. The market will decide on that much. So that's kind of cool. I think that was the last thing I want to talk about. No, we've got 984 creations. We're almost at 1,000. So this is how many people have been sort of mining or creating. We're at 984. So we're almost at 1,000 people that have made creations in there, and 120 stakes as well. So stakes has definitely slowed down, I'm sure of it. Let's have a look at the mining activity. Yeah, so mining activity, we have not had the big U there. So maybe that's coming in a week or two. We don't know. But it just feels like it might. But at the moment, we've sort of been tinkering at the creations, 67, 48. Yesterday, last couple of days, we had 63, 35. So are we going to get this ticking up, right? Will that orange line tick up? That's a very big deal. So we're going to be looking at that. So obviously more people that come in, the more that flattens out that curve. So that's going to be something we're going to be watching there. Will we get FOMO take off, right? Because obviously, the payout pool is looking pretty amazing. And so is the yields look fantastic, right? So will more and more people hear about it? Will that really start to take off? And this thing could absolutely blow up, right? That's the big thing. So far, super successful launch. But will it go to that next level? That's the question, right? Where it really starts to take off there. Certainly got all the tokenomics for it. So keep a lookout for that. That's pretty much, almost 4% burned of the small supply. So that's really jumped. That's really started to race away. And that probably will be the case at least up to, into the 30s and 40 days unlock. We're on day 11, remember. Liquid holders, only 84 of those. And there's not a lot of people, not a lot of liquid in each hands. But, price will keep a cap on this, because if the price goes up too high, then even a small bag can, take a lot of capital. And that capital is always filling up, right, because of the buy and burns. Buy and burns are sick on this. Look at this thing, buy and burn. We're at now almost $100,000 of ETH. We've got almost $200,000 of Titanx sitting in the buy and burn. And then we've got the buy and build, 59,000. That builds up liquidity, right? So it's fattening that liquidity, gives a lot more cushioning, as we say, relative to price. So, you don't want price to overheat. Because even a small bag of tokens can take out a lot of capital out of the pool. And then we've got 145K in Taurus there, but we're only on day 11. and we're not expecting a lot of real action in the chart for probably 20, 30, 40 days, right? So yeah, this is probably just going to keep accumulating and bring in more good stuff there. We've got the third one, of course, is the fractal. It's got 40K almost in ETH balance and 94K as well. This will get triggered on day 110. This will then go into the buy and burn, right? This one here, and top this up. So it's going to be a lot of fun to see this play out there. So that is from Cryptographics. Big shout out. Day 10 days. What a legend. I don't know if he's in the chat, but what a legend. What a great project. We're looking forward to see where it goes from here. Let's jump into the final bit that we're going to wrap up. Who else? So we got Boston accent stick to Kiwi, says Brennan. Hey, look, I almost get it down sometimes, but I just couldn't do it. Couldn't do it today. I'll try my best next time. What else there? We got Crypto League says absolutely possible. Pulse 16,000x RH glory. His own words, never failed. It's just a matter of time. So hodl to dear life. That's true. That's true. What else there? We got Wookie says it's all about the last minute. Super says it's all about the last minute, right? Kind of cool. Now, was I even sharing the screen on that? I don't even know if I was on the right screen. I can't remember. Was I actually on the right screen, or was I just on this screen? That's the way it goes. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I may have missed that whole segment there, but you didn't even see any of the charts I was talking about. But it just happens sometimes. This happens. All right, take care. Peace out, everybody, and enjoy yourself. We're going to probably play out a little bit of stuff there. So that was the screen that I was actually sharing. I'm not even sure if I was sharing these screens. Was I sharing these screens? I'm not even sure. But sometimes you get carried away. It happens. That's the chart there I was talking about. That's going to come down. It's 2.5 minutes at the moment. That's all these sort of candles going to get flattened out. It's going to be a really fun part of seeing this play out for sure. All right, let's see here. All right, we're going to play out a couple videos on the way out. Hope you guys enjoyed the rest of your day. Get bullish, guys, because it is looking very, very good indeed. And I will catch you on the next show. Bye for now.